Dad, can I play something for you first?
From who?
That guy I was listening to? The podcast.
Go ahead.
Christianity isn't about weakness, it's about order, hierarchy, a civilization that knows who it is and who it's for. For too long, the church has apologized for existing, apologized to people who hate what it represents. But faith isn't meant to kneel to chaos. West didn't fall because people stopped believing, it fell because belief stopped being useful, stopped defending the people it was meant to serve.
He talks about faith, but not about Christ, not really. About utility, order, strength.
If your Christianity can't preserve your nation, your culture, your blood, then ask yourself who it really serves.
The streets still shouted, but the pulpits grew quiet. I saw the cross and the swastika begin to share the same wall, and men swore they pointed to the same heaven.
Romans teaches order. The state is God's instrument to restrain chaos.
Obedience to authority is not mere politics. It is obedience to the ordering hand of providence.
There's comfort in that line, isn't there? The world is messy, the Bible hands us a broom.
Sure, until the broom is used to sweep people aside.
Yes, Herr Hartmann?
If authority is ordained, how do we read Acts 5:29? We must obey God rather than men when the two conflict. Is there not a moment when disobedience to human authority is obedience to God?
Our role is to keep souls from temptation, not make martyrs of them.
And yet the prophets did not keep silent when kings did wrong.
You are young, Herr Hartmann. The pulpit is no place for personal notions. Germany needs unity, not clerical rebellion.
That morning I learned the church could teach caution the way a general teaches retreat. And the retreat could become surrender.
The communists at least start with the hungry. A kingdom that begins with bread sounds more merciful than one that begins with doctrine.
The gospel doesn't begin with bread, Carl. It begins with the word made flesh. Without grace, even charity becomes tyranny.
And the Nazis? They champion order and family.
Who will feed the hungry if there is no order to bring work?
Order built on fear makes slaves, not citizens. I fear a church that applauds a man because he promises to end suffering, without asking who must suffer to make it end.
Then what's left to us, Walter? Hunger under the profiteers, or obedience under the parties?
The church answers to a kingdom that doesn't fly any flag. If we forget that, we'll trade the gospel for the next parade.
It was not only the loud men in the street who wanted us to choose. The professors, the pastors, even the poor, each wanted us to pick a banner and someone to blame.
That's right, children. Nice and steady.
Glorious things of you are spoken, Zion, city of our God. He whose word cannot be broken formed you for his own abode. On the rock of ages founded, what can shake your shore? With salvation's walls surrounded, you may smile at all your foes.
A lovely hymn, sister, though perhaps a word of advice?
The Prussian Welfare Ministry now encourages patriotic expression in our schools and homes.
Great Germany might suit our new spirit of unity better than Zion.
The psalmist wrote of Zion, Inspector Brenner. I see no need to correct him.
Of course. But correction is often the necessary price of progress, sister. A hymn line is simple to change. We correct words as our men of science would correct bodies. It is natural, they say, and necessary. Protecting the fit, sparing the unfit. Mercy through science. Practical minds, even in America, speak of these things.
Speaking of mercy while echoing Miss Sanger's ideas does not seem consistent.
Mercy is not practical, sir. It's the unmerited grace of God.
Of course, sister. I'll be sure to note your devotion in my report.
You're from the seminary?
Walter Hartmann, sir. I help Sister Anna with their services.
Walter, this is Pastor Friedrich von Bodelschwing of the Bettel Institution in Bielefeld.
A true honor to meet you, Pastor.
The honor is mine, Herr Hartmann. I wish it were under gentler circumstances.
These men speak of correction as though the human soul were a misprint. They call it racial hygiene, as if the Creator's image needed cleansing. I once told a physician friend in Berlin, if you measure the worth of a man by the usefulness of his limbs, then you will soon forget that God himself chose weakness to redeem the world. You do holy work here, sister. Every hymn these children sing is an argument against those who would silence them. If we fail to speak, then others will put their words in our mouths, and their mercy will have no cross in it.
Then the church must say no before the world says yes.
Perhaps you have found your calling, Herr Hartmann. You sing well, my boy.
Pastor, is it possible they will close the home?
They will try. The state likes order more than conscience. But as long as I am here, these doors stay open. The church must learn to guard its altars, not from unbelievers, but from believers who have forgotten what we believe in.
The cross was not torn down in a day. It began with small edits in the hymn book and the silence that followed them.
Get your hands off me! Stop resisting immediately! Leave him alone! Every week, another street, another fight! Berlin's become a battlefield!
And for what? Still no work! My son's been jobless a year. The offices keep telling him to come back next month.
The politicians don't care. Bruning, Schleicher, all their promises of order and jobs, nothing. And the profiteers, they keep getting richer. We young men, we don't stand a chance. We're paying for the debts the old men made. Maybe we need a man who doesn't ask permission. Someone strong enough to clean up this mess. A leader who no longer answers to the law does not restore order, sir. He replaces it. You're young. Idealists always choose principles over bread. What good is law if there is no country left to obey it?
At least that Hitler fellow puts the fear into these street thugs. Maybe the Conservatives will keep him on a leash.
Leashes rarely hold the wolves they're attached to.
Herr Hartmann, it has been too long. Will you join me for coffee? It's much too cold out here.
Of course, sir.
I saw you near the square. Ugly business there.
It's becoming common enough that no one seems surprised anymore.
When a nation loses its center, the edges start using clubs. The middle class collapses and boys find uniforms wherever they're offered.
Have you seen Werner?
He comes home when he can, proud of himself, of course, proud of those marches.
The SA?
A phase. Young men try on identities like coats. Better that he's marching with the nationalists than fighting with the communists, don't you think?
They were dragging people out of shops last month. That isn't patriotism.
Germany is sick, Herr Hartmann, and sick nations attract extreme remedies. But the adults in the room, the true conservatives, are not asleep.
You've heard the rumors, no doubt. The party's negotiations.
About making Hitler the Chancellor?
The President's circle believes, and I agree, that his popularity can be used to restore order. He has the masses, we have the institutions. He will need men like Hindenburg and men like us.
But sir, what if he doesn't stay in the corner he's put in?
My dear boy, politicians like Hitler burn hot but brief. Give him a title, give him responsibility, and he will be tamed by the machinery of government. He'll be surrounded by seasoned advisors. He won't be allowed to roam.
And if the machinery breaks first?
Once stability returns, factories running, streets safe, young men like Werner will put away their armbands. He'll grow out of the brown shirt enthusiasm. You'll see.
I hope you're right, sir.
Forgive me, but I speak to many of the young who blame the previous generation for the current state of Germany.
And, of course, toleration of those they say have polluted the German race.
You are a good young man, Herr Hartmann, but idealism can make one see monsters in every shadow. Order is coming one way or another.
And what becomes of the church in all this order?
The church has survived emperors, revolutions, and wars. It will survive this too, as long as it minds its place.
You worry too much. Let the leaders manage the country. You tend souls. That is your calling.
The world was shifting under our feet, and those with the most to lose insisted they had everything under control. But a nation does not fall in one great collapse. It tilts quietly while good men drink coffee and speak of order.
Reports from across Germany highlight the severe winter conditions exacerbating the plight of millions out of work as soup kitchens and welfare programs struggle to meet the demand. The cabinet remains deadlocked over the matter of... And das deutsche Volk, to the German people. It is announced that President von Hindenburg has appointed Adolf Hitler as Chancellor of the German Reich.
Chancellor?
It actually happened.
Order at last.
And honor. Perhaps true Germans will finally begin to take back their rightful place.
Finally, it is accomplished.
Yes, indeed.
Herr Hitler will meet with President Hindenburg this evening to form the new government.
They're starting to march.
Celebrations reported already in parts of Berlin.
We stand at the dawn of a 1,000-year Reich. The streets belong to us, and the future belongs to the fatherland.
Evil rarely enters by force. It walks in when the faithful hold the door open and call it hope.
Brothers, Germany stands at the edge of renewal. Our nation wounded and waits for strength.
And strength
must come from faith.
The church must walk with her people. We cannot preach a timid Christ while our fatherland cries out for unity.
God has given us a leader who can restore honor, a man of discipline, resolve, and destiny.
Finally, someone who doesn't apologize for Germany.
About time the church stopped standing apart.
The weak, the divided, the hesitant, they have no place in the coming awakening.
Christ calls us to purity, strength, and loyalty. The church must not resist the destiny of its nation, it must fulfill it. Faith and fatherland are not enemies. They are one calling.
That night, Pastor Mueller gave each of us a gift, a copy of Mein Kampf. We were encouraged strongly to read it.
They tell you Christianity is about weakness, about letting yourself be walked on for the sake of some abstract love. No.
Real Christianity protects its own house first, its own families, its own blood. Ask yourself, if your religion won't preserve your nation, your culture, the purity of your children, then who is it really serving?
I'm not saying hate anybody. I'm saying love your own people enough to stop pretending that loyalty is a sin. Faith and nation are not enemies. They are one calling.
Whisper through the broken trees, echoes of hearts that cried on bended knees. A shadow moves where light should stand, the weight of hate, a heavy hand. But we won't fade, we won't fall through the silence. We'll stand tall. Every voice, every name breaks the chain, ends the flame. Stars once stitched upon